I want to say just a word about Rich Nadler. Many of you knew Rich. The last time I saw Rich before his passing was at the Zenith event. You may remember the Zenith Booster Club held a debate, maybe it was a year and a half ago or so, between Rich Nadler and me, and it was on the issue of whether there should be amnesty or not. And you know Rich was a stalwart conservative all through his life, but toward the end, he on that one issue, he believed that his conservatism dictated supporting an amnesty. Well, obviously most of the people at the Zenith Club did not take that position. And we had this debate, and I felt so bad because we were going into a debate where I knew everybody in the room was on my side, and that to me epitomized Rich Nadler. He was so principled, so determined, he would walk into any crowd, any setting, and he would tell you what he believed. And that is the kind of determination that has made America great, where we know what we stand for, and we go in, and we fight for it. I mean, I was thinking, what was it like when Rich did that? It would be like trying to go to a Kansans for Life dinner and make the case that Roe versus Wade was a good decision. I mean, that's the kind of thing he was trying to do. And so it is such a great honor to receive this award in honor of Rich Nadler. He was a great patriot, and he is already greatly missed in the Kansas City area. I'll just say a word about what Kathy was saying about the Kansas City Red Star. They have attacked me 6 times in the last 5 months. And it's been, I mean, they've had written negative editorials about me before, but this onslaught, one after the other, is something I hadn't experienced yet. And Mary Sanchez, who's a real big fan of mine, wrote the last one. She's on the editorial board. And she called me the day before she was going to write it because she needed to get some facts for her editorial. Somehow she was going to weave some facts in there. And finally, I was sort of laughing to myself, and I said, Mary, forgive me, but come on, aren't you piling on a little? This is the 6th editorial in the last 5 months. And she said, Chris, we don't like you. And I thought for a minute, wait, you've spoiled the illusion. You're supposed to pretend that you're an editorial board who gives a conservative a chance, and you're independent, you weigh all the factors, and I'm supposed to pretend that I'm there gunning for your support. I'm going to try to persuade you that I'm right. You just blew the illusion for me. So they don't like me. But I think that's the attitude that so many liberal editorial boards are taking, not just in Kansas City, but also in Wichita, Topeka, and other papers around the state. They sense that a conservative uprising is about, well, it's already begun, and that there's going to be a transformation. And so they have dropped all of their pretenses of neutrality. They are on full frontal attack mode. And we have to recognize that. Now, the wind is still at our backs, and we are still going to have that conservative uprising, that conservative turnaround first in August, because as you know, there are differences between candidates on the Republican Party, and then in November. And those editorial boards, no matter how much they write, no matter how much they whine, we are going to win in November. It's because of people like you who come out in, what is it now, 90 degrees? It feels like it's 90 in the shade. Feels great. Yeah, come out like you on a day like this to make the point that you believe in the Republican Party, you believe in the conservative principles that drive this party, and I'm just so thankful to get this award. Thank you.
We're going to move on now to the portion where we hear from the candidates. Now, what's wonderful in Olathe is we have no primaries. In fact, 2 of our representatives